Hey folks, Drunken Homemaker here. Today I wanted to shoot a mini plant haul. I went to Lowe's a few weeks back and I got a few plants, some that I paid full price for, but I felt really good about that, and some that I got from the clearance rack. So let's just jump right into it. One of the first things that I noticed when I went to the clearance section was this cute little arrangement that has a palm in the back, and it looks like it's a Calico E. I could be wrong, but the label doesn't have information on what the plants in the container are, but it came in this cute little glass container. Glass? Ceramic? I don't know. It came in this cute little container, and I thought that I could reuse the container. I don't think that it's offering drainage right now, so I'll probably move these guys into another receptacle and reuse the pot somewhere else. I paid $3 for this. And I think the original price on the tag was $16.98, so that's a really good bargain. The second thing that I picked up in my Lowe's haul is this little Maidenhair Fern, and I just have the biggest soft spot in my heart for these types of ferns. One leaf is really crunchy and dry, so I'm going to take that off. This one was ever so slightly neglected in the clearance section. The soil was dry as a bone, so I made sure to water it as soon as I got home, but it seems to be bouncing back beautifully, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I just know that I love ferns. I don't have a lot of luck with ferns. It doesn't seem to be as humid as they would like in my house, and I'm not great about misting plants, so they don't do terribly well in my house, but I'm going to see if I can baby this one a bit. I just think it's so pretty. And this one is a medium light plant from Exotic Angel Plants. So I paid $1 for it. And I think originally it's priced at $4. So it's not too badly priced to begin with. But you can't beat $1. So I picked this one up. Another plant that I got in the clearance section for $1 is this beautiful Maria Arrowhead plant. It is a low light plant. So this plant has this gorgeous, gorgeous variegation, unlike the Arrowhead plants that I currently own, which is why I wanted it. It has this beautiful, like, burgundy pink in the leaves. And lately I've been favoring these plants that have like a pinkish undertone to them. But this one's more like burgundy-ish. It's so unique that I kind of fell in love with it, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I have it in its little container, the little self-watering system that they use in Lowe's. This is so great. Don't throw these out because you can definitely reuse these in your planters, especially if you have plants that are a little fussier that need a little more water. You can definitely reuse these and just poke this into the bottom of some of your fussier plants. Like I would probably use that with the Maidenhair Fern. I would probably use this with a peace lily. And it's just a nice way to sort of make sure that your plant has a little bit of extra water even if you forget to water it. And finally, the last plant that I got in the clearance section at Lowe's is this Bush on Fire Croton, which has got this beautiful variegation. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's got a lot of red. Like most Crotons, some of the newer leaves tend to just be green and yellow, but then as you get lower into the older growth of the plant, you have some red variegation on those leaves. So absolutely stunning plant. I paid $1. It was originally priced at $4. Some of the stems have lost a lot of leaves, so I'm tempted to propagate the ones that you see. Like this one has leaves all the way to the bottom, and then you have two that are like mostly just stems. And that's something that if you've seen any of my videos, you know I'm not crazy about it. But because it's so small, I want to wait until it gets established, and then I'll probably propagate this guy because it's so pretty. This one is billed as a higher light plant. My experience with Crotons has been that it grows really exceptionally well in my office setting under fluorescence with no natural light. But obviously that they do prefer more light situations. So I'm going to see if I can fudge the lines with this one. Not bad for $1. I was able to save a lot of money this time on my trip to Lowe's. However, I saw this plant and I was sold. So this is a Rubra wax plant. So it's a Hoya, but it's got this gorgeous variegation that I'll make sure to get a close-up of because the newer leaves have this gorgeous, ever so slight pink hue to them that is just absolutely stunning. I have tried to grow Hoyas in the past and haven't had a ton of luck. I think I was too fussy with them at the time. My sister, who never waters her plants, did amazing with the Hoya. So I think it's just a testament to like, this plant does not like a lot of fussiness. It doesn't love a lot of water, at least in my growing experience. Please comment below if you've had a different experience. Maybe there's something that I was doing wrong. So basically, since I brought this one home, the soil was pretty damp. I haven't touched it. I haven't made eye contact with this plant. I've been very careful to just avoid it at all costs. I think I know where I am putting it. I have a beautiful Brazil plant that's right over here that I just moved that used to be by our kitchen sink. And it's kind of outgrown that space because now it's starting to drape over and it's, you know, really over the counter. So I figured that this Hoya is a nice compact size for that space. So I will be moving this Hoya there. And the last thing that I bought in my Lowe's haul that isn't as exciting as the other stuff, but I got it for a pretty good deal, so I'm not complaining, is this cute little red pot. It is a ceramic pot, at least from what I can see. It's not plastic and it doesn't look like it's necessarily one of the cheaper ones. Yeah, it is ceramic. I think it was meant for a floral arrangement. But I have a plant that I showed in my last top 5 houseplants currently video that I will link up here. And I have a dumb cane from that video that is struggling. And I think what happened was that I up-potted it too quickly or too big. It seems like the dumb canes kind of prefer to be a little bit more root bound. Make sure that when you are up-potting your plants, you're not going too big too quickly because you can shock the plant. So today I am actually going to be up-potting that dumb cane into this cute little red vase. All right, so here we are. I am going to be transferring this dumb cane, which you may or may not remember from my other video that I will link up here. So the first thing I want to do is, this dumb cane is kind of struggling. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take off all of the dead leaves. And I do have my little snippers that I got on Amazon that I will also link below again. And you just want to be careful with how you dispose of this because dumb cane gets its name because if you do chew on it, it makes your mouth numb. So just be careful if you do have pets or small children that like to eat plants. I have pets. I just don't have pets that are interested in plants, so I don't have to worry about that. All right. So I got off most of the stuff in this plant that was dead. So you can see it looks pretty fresh and green now. I think this is the perfect time to transplant it. So right now, all I'm gonna do is take it out of here. First, I'm gonna put on my gloves because I am dealing with dumb cane and you know, it's just better to wear gloves and be a little bit better about it. I'm doing it right on my, doing this right on my table. I will just vacuum the table after I'm done. Okay, so that's gonna be the new container. It's just an old container that apparently were chrysanthemums from, I think it was I think this was from last year. You can definitely rinse containers and stuff like that just to avoid cross-contamination. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to very gently see if I can pull it up. And you see this is, yeah, it's barely rooted in. It's barely rooted in right now. It no happy with its current situation. I literally just pulled it out. It didn't root in at all. I do think it was too big. I think this plant just kind of prefers to be a little bit root bound. So what I'm going to do, I have some soil over here. I'm gonna check it to see how it's doing. If I just put it in like this, which yeah, if I put it in like that, it's pretty much gonna be at level, which is perfect. So the only thing I will do is just sort of fill it on the bottom just in case there are any air pockets. And then do that. I'm gonna go around the sides of this and just fill it in with soil. So you see with this was pretty straightforward and easy because this plant was not rooted in at all. I didn't have to cut anything. I didn't have to make any adjustments. And now I'm just filling in the air pockets with some additional soil where it's needed. And just smooshing it all down. That's it. All right. Perfect. And so it is right at level. So I'm just kind of taking the extra stuff off. And this is essentially the original pot that the plant was in. It fit perfectly. So what I am going to do with the little red container is I have some river rocks here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just put some river rocks at the bottom just to elevate it so it's not so deep in there. I like doing this because I like doing it. But I do love using river rocks in the bottom of containers to sort of give it a little bit of a lip for drainage. All right, and let's see how we do with just that. Look at that. Yeah. That seems pretty good. It might leak a little, but I'm not too worried about it. All right. So this is what the dumb cane looks like in its new container. And I'm going to water it in, and I'm going to put it by the window, and hopefully it'll bounce back. So let me go grab my watering can. I'll be right back. This is my watering can that I've had since I lived in New York City. I bought it in a 99-cent store. And I've since bought much nicer watering cans than this, but for some reason I always go back to this one. It's just, let me know, shout out if you have this old watering can from the Dollar Tree. My best friend has a yellow version of it, so I have not been able to let it go. I've just held on to it forever. All right, so yeah, it is a little overflowing, but here we go. I'm just gonna water it slowly. It needs a very good watering. It was pretty dry. And, ooh. We're just gonna, oh no. I'll try to root that separately. And now I'm just gonna pull it up ever so slightly. Just to see. Yeah, we've got some water out the bottom. So that's perfect. I just wanted to water it in until I felt like, okay, we've got some water emptying out from the bottom. And I'm just gonna make like a little lip here so that it doesn't overflow every time I water it. But that's really it. I mean, that was pretty easy, but also I feel like now this plant is gonna be a lot happier. So I just wanted to share that very brief project with you. I know I talked about it in my last video that in my last top 5 video that this plant was very unhappy. So I think that this will hopefully turn it around. I do think I'm gonna bring this one to work. So I'll check in with you folks in a few weeks to see how it's doing, but I do think I'm gonna bring it to work because I do think it needs a little more light than what it's getting here. And I have so many places that I could put it at work now, so that's really neat. But I'll make sure to upload a photo of it to Instagram to let you know if it's doing well, if it's bouncing back. It had lost a lot of leaves. I think that this will sort of help the situation. I think it'll be better after this. I just wanted to do a short video on my little Lowe's haul. I'm really happy with all the plants that I got. It's just one of those things. It's like this instant gratification when you go to the clearance section at Lowe's, because these weren't plants that were specifically on my list of plants to get, but I'm really pleased that I got them, and I'm really pleased that I got them at such a great price. So I will let you know if I do any projects with these in the upcoming weeks. But I wanted to pace myself and just kind of do something simple that I could manage today. I hope this video was helpful. If you like this type of content, make sure you hit the like button. If you are not currently subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so that you get notified when I upload. Let me know in the comments below where you go to get your plant deals. Lately, it's been Aldi and Lowe's for me. I really did very well at Lowe's this time, so. As always, thank you for coming on this journey with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.